So this is supposed to be the very first video of Notch to 11 out on the field. We are nearly on the field. Unfortunately, Mother Nature obviously doesn't want me. We've been waiting a long time to get back out. I know some of you have already been out doing it over the last week or two since we've been since the rules have been relaxed. I've finally taken the plunge. I'm pretty confident that my permission basically is between 4 and 5 miles away from my house. Obviously it's exercise. Obviously if I could walk or bike to it, it's definitely within range. It's only my asthma really that stops me doing it. So I feel I'm pretty okay with the regulations and with the restrictions. And end of the day, it's guidelines. So I've done it. So I've taken the day off. It's a Monday morning. It's about 8:30 and I'm ready to go. But sadly, Mother Nature is feeling otherwise. It wasn't raining when I left, although it was forecast. And it's absolutely battering down now. I don't know if you can hear it in the car. But so at the moment, it's rain stop play. But with a bit of luck, in the next 20 minutes or so, the rain will ease off and I'll give it a go. In the meantime, thanks ever so much for watching. I'm conscious that my first video was, quite dull. Obviously, we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? Did a lot of talking, and I'll try not to do too much today. So other than when I see you on the next find, or the first find, or even if I get out. So fingers crossed, and hopefully see you on the first. All right, so I'm out. So it's taken me about another half an hour since I first started videoing in the car. Rain has eased off. It is still drizzling, so I'm rather than use the chest harness with the mic, I don't want it to get wet. I'm just going to use the phone. First hole, I didn't plan to video this because, quite honestly, of the weather. But we've got to find. It was I'm on field 1 on the simplex, full sensitivity. I've ground balanced. First hole, literally first field I walked onto, 64, 65, pretty strong signal. And if you can see it, we got a button. But I think, easier said than done, but I think, I'm not going to clean it too much. I think that's a livery button. You can just about see the rope going along the bottom there. See if we can get a bit closer. Yeah. A bit of gold gilding. I think that's good nick. I'm really pleased with that. Great start. So yeah, we'll clean that up and you'll see that one on the roundup. See you in a bit. Right, next one, which is it's out of the hole. I'm not going to do any live digs if I'm honest, because A, it's my first video, and B, I don't think the weather's going to allow it. 65, 66. Yeah. It's a bit of aluminium. Okay, see you on the next one. Well, that's why we were struggling to find it. It's very small. Just get the pinpointer off. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, that is interesting. I think it's a bit of lead. It could be part of a bag seal, I think. Right, let's give it a clean up. Yeah, I think so. For a minute I thought I might find a little nugget of gold, but as I cleaned it, it's definitely more lead colour than gold. Got a couple of markings on it. Really not sure. It's very, very small, as you can see. I mean, I haven't got the biggest fingers, but that's tiny. I think it's a lead seal or part of something that looks, for a minute I thought it was a little crown or a little a thistle or something like that, but no, I can't make out what it is. I'll give it a good clean when I get home. All right, on to the next. Yeah, okay, so next one. It's got a bit of good patina to it. It's just coming through, green. Hard to say. Not sure whether that's been snapped off or whether it's either horsey or possibly buckly, but not really sure. Okay, on to the next one. Right, well, this is giving me a run around. It's been about 20 minutes since my last video. It's gone quiet actually. I don't know whether I've just kind of walked into a quiet part of the field, so I've re-ground balanced. I found a couple of bits of farm cack, if I'm honest, but this one is a bit of nothingness, I think. But I just wanted to show, I mean, that's tiny on, it's obviously just a little bit of, it's a link to something, I don't know what it is. I can't really make anything out on it. It's absolutely tiny. It was about 4 or 5 inches down in a massive clod, and the Simplex found it, and actually the pinpointer struggled to find it until I literally hit it. So just goes to show how good the Simplex is when you've got it dialed in, so to speak. But anyway, not a lot to show that one, but we'll move on. Yeah, shotgun cartridge. Moving on. Right. First decent target for a while. I'm just on my way over to my normal field, and I think what we got here is it? Oh, I know. Is it gold? I think it's a, yeah, it's a button. It's a button. Okay. I can feel the shank, but it looks like it might be a nice button again. Let's give it a clean up. Back in a sec. Right, excuse the wind because I've taken the microphone off because of the rain, really, more than anything else. Now this is really interesting. I'm really happy with this. That, if you can see it, is a lovely gold gilded, I'm pretty sure that is a Royal Navy button. The reason I'm pretty sure it is because I'm pretty sure I found the exact same button but in much worse condition on the very top field, which is probably, as the crow flies, I would say about half a mile from here, so quite a distance. But yeah, that's beautiful. Look, still got all the rope around the side, still got the shank. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. That is lovely. I think that's the best find today so far. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Let's get going. Right. We have got something round in the ground, but I have a funny feeling it might be a washer. Can you see it? Just there. Let's have a look. No, it's a button. It's another button. Oh, it's a 4-holer. There you go. That is literally right next door to where I just found that Royal Navy button. So I don't know whether someone was stripping off or whatever. I have no idea. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any detail on it, but we'll give it a clean up back at home. But another button. Okay, move on. Well, I don't know if you can see that. I've just got onto the really good field. I've had loads of success on. Literally just walked into the corner. 29, 30, a little bit scratchy. I don't know if you can see it, but that appears to be a little bit gold coloured. But I don't think it's what I'm hoping it will be, because I can also see green in there, so it might be some gold gilding. Let me give it a clean up and I'll be back in a sec. Well, good news and bad news. Bad news, of course, is it's not gold. The good news, but also kind of strange news, is I have absolutely no idea. It's got some lovely decoration on it. Obviously it's definitely copper or bronze or something. As you can see, the base metal underneath, gold gilded. I presume this bit maybe some sort of key end, I don't know. Really interesting. Quite small, lovely, you know, gold coming through with a nice little pattern. Yeah, I love that. Still no idea what it is, but I love it nonetheless. Okay, let's move on. Right, been a little while. I think I've picked about 5, maybe 6 shotgun cartridge ends in a space of about 100 yards. I'm kind of starting to make my way diagonally across the field to my little hot spot, if I can find it again. And I found this. I have had it out, as you can see. I gave it a very quick wipe, but it appears, I think, to be, I'll be getting closer to my kind of area where, if you can see that, it's a lead token, I presume, with the Star of David on it.
Love that. That's gorgeous. That will clean up superb. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a thing about the old lead stuff. I don't know, it's just a bit different, isn't it? It's obviously got some numbers on the back as well, which hopefully will clean up nicely. Is that 111 maybe? No, 111, V11, I don't know. But that I am very happy with. That's coming out at 3031, which is exactly the same VDI as what my all these other shotgun cases are coming up as. So that's just one of the rules of the road, I suppose. You just got to dig it, you know, because you just don't, even the VDI might be the same, but it's clearly a completely different thing. Anyway, well thrilled with that. That's going to come up lovely. Rightio, here we go again. Next one, I'm only, well, where am I in there? So that was my previous find, which is a big lump of lead, so it shows I'm getting quite close to where the kind of movement was on here. And then down here, if you can just see it poking out. I've lost it now, where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Just there. It's round in the ground. Oh, hello. What's that? Is it button or coin? It's a button. I can feel the shank. Hey, you pesky miter. Righto. And it's blank as you like. Yeah, pewter, I think, maybe. Oh well, button's a button's a button, isn't it? I suppose. To be honest with you, after lockdown and everything else, I am just absolutely thrilled to be here. Coffee break soon, I think, and hopefully I'll be on my hotspot. Right, see you in a bit. Well, you know what they say about a change being as good as a rest? Well, I've had both. So I've had a rest just over there. You probably can't see, but there's an old broken chair that I use when it's a bit too wet to sit anywhere else. I changed over from field to part one, mainly because part one is just a bit better on this field, I've found historically. And I've taken, what, no more than about 10 paces in, and we have, yes, it's another button, it has to be said, but it's got some lovely, I don't know if you can see it, kind of patterning to it. Still got the shank on the back. It kind of looks silver, hard to see on the camera here, but it kind of looks silver, but it doesn't feel it, if I'm honest. It feels a bit too light, but I hope I'm wrong. Until I get home and do the old silver test on it, we won't know, but still, it's a start. I've literally done about 4 or 5 sweeps and I'm on something already, so good signs. Righto, let's do it. Right, change your gloves. The other ones were completely soaked and full of mud, and we got a coin, but sadly, let's find somewhere to put it. Sadly, I'm pretty sure that is, yeah, it's toast. I didn't film it because to be fair, as soon as it came out, you could tell it was toasted. I can't see any detail on there. No idea what it is. Obviously, it's pretty round, so it's nothing older than that. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything off that, even with a clean. But oh well, it's a coin. It's a good size. We don't find many of these on this field, so let's keep cracking. Righto. Right, so I'm back up by the car now. I've probably got about an hour's worth of light left. Nothing really happened this afternoon. Been a very quiet afternoon. A couple of toasted coins, which you saw, and yeah, a couple of buttons, and not much else really. Lots of foil and rubbish really, giving off great signals, sadly. So I've come up to where my car is, another field that I haven't really been on yet, and I've had a good start. So that looks like, to me, some sort of lead. It's quite thick, so lead weight or tokens. No hole in it. I suspect that's a token of some, no, not even a token, sorry, a weight or a gaming piece possibly. Yeah, I like that, love that. I think that's going to clean up nice. I do like the lead, as I said earlier. Brilliant, well, happy with that. Excellent. Righto, let's go again. Last one of the day. We are losing the light now. I'm back over by the pigs, so it's all a bit ripe.
But lo and behold, what a great way to finish. It has definitely been a button day, no doubt about it. It's another Royal Navy button. I think this one is probably the best one I found, and I think that's going to clean up lovely. Absolutely beautiful gold gilt. What's to put the icing on the cake though, the cherry on the icing on the cake, it's not only got the shank, but it's still got the loop, obviously, that attached to the garment, whatever that garment was. So I'm absolutely and totally thrilled. My first day since lockdown, since before Christmas actually. Frustrating not to get any coins. Well, I have got a few, but they're all toasted. I haven't refilmed all of them, but it's been a button day, as I've said, but that is a bit special. I'm looking forward to cleaning that up and obviously show it to you in the outtake. So that's that. I'm headed back to the car. See you guys. Okay, folks, so now's the roundup. Really great day. I thoroughly enjoyed getting back out there after, well, over 2 months really. And it was an indifferent day. The field that is my favourite yielded very little at all, but you know, end of the day, we found some bits and bobs, a bit of trash too, which I haven't got on here. We've got Cack Corner, I would call that Cack Corner down here, which is pretty much full of, you know, spent cartridge ends, brick and brack, and just various things. I think one of the videos I was kind of rather optimistically hoping that was going to be something to do with a buckle, but it's not. It's just a bit of metal off something or other. This thing too, I think I filmed this one. Yeah, again, lovely colour, but actually pretty modern and probably just a bit of machinery part or some such thing. A few other bits of lead. Just kind of this I kind of thought might be a bullet, but upon closer inspection, it's got a screw piece on the end. Try and hold it. In fact, I think it's probably that's probably a lid off an old tube of whatever-the-ness, possibly an old Mew tube or something like that. I don't know. So not a bullet as I once thought. Having said that, I'm really pleased I took the time to clean up before doing the roundup, because, you know, as I'm sure you know, as being part of our wonderful hobby, yes, it's great getting out there and digging up things in the field, but actually part of the charm, and in my opinion anyway, one of the most important parts of our hobby is actually, you know, doing the research, cleaning the finds and finding out exactly what it is you found. So let's run through a few bits, some really interesting bits that I'm really pleased with. Coins first, and there's 3 coins of note. I got, I think, another 1 or 2 actually, but didn't really yield anything. The 2 of them haven't. This one has just, I don't know if you can see that. It's got, it's a bunhead. It's a Queen Vic bunhead. There you go. And on the other side, when I looked for Britannia, she's just about visible there. You can just about see her. The date, obviously we can narrow it down, the fact that it's a bunhead coin, but it's 1880 something, but I don't know. I can't get the last figure. Buttons, absolutely thrilled with the buttons. That was a really good one I found towards the end of the day. Lovely gold gilding. It's obviously a naval button. I think it's Royal Navy, as I mentioned during the videos. Still got the links and everything on the back. And there is some writing there, which I haven't quite worked out yet. Another one there, very similar but a smaller version of slightly different lettering. I don't know if you can see that. So different letters. The other one's got 2 letters on this. It's got 4. It's got a YC on the end, which I suspect might even be Yacht Club. I don't know. So maybe it's not Royal Navy after all. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. So any ideas, please put it in the comments. Another naval ones, again, different again. Hopefully you can see that. The light's not particularly great today. But 3 anchors on that one and 3 letters underneath. Again, really interesting. This one, off the naval theme, just about see coming through there, the 3 cannons. So I'm pretty sure that's an artillery button of some description, but that's all I know. Everything else is pretty much gone. But again, really pleased with that. What other buttons? This one, absolutely love this. It's obviously a horse livery button. What's probably as interesting as the front of the button is the back. I was able to ascertain, and again, the light's not great, but you can possibly just see the words Sherlock and Co. London. And looking online, they were kind of active between 1845 and 1887, based in London, as it suggests, and providers of high-end livery and military buttons, actually. So that's a really interesting find. I love that. This one's a fantastic little button. Thought it was a button of nothingness, but actually once I've washed it up and cleaned it up, it's full of holes, as you can see, but good holes. So lovely decoration on it. Nice little clip on the back, and actually still remnants of the cloth that it was ripped off. So maybe they were stripping off after all. This button here, again, really, really interesting. It says suspenders on it, so I presume it's for braces. But again, another nice little four hole button, that one. This one, possibly, outside of the livery and the military buttons, it's actually probably my favourite button of the day. Mainly because I've been able to work out that says, and again, hard to see on the camera, but it says Kino Brothers, and it's got an address on it of 322 High Holborn. Again, very hard to see on the camera. But again, based on some research, they were James Edward and Alfred Kino. They were tailors, a Yorkshire tailoring company, but had a place in High Holborn in London. And online I found a bankruptcy excerpt from a newspaper in 1893. So we know that it was made any time after that because they went bankrupt. So yeah, again, another really interesting find. Okay, moving on. 3 lead pieces. I thought this might be a weight or possibly a gaming piece. Looking at it, I don't think the hole goes all the way through, but it's hard to say because it's a bit crusty on the back. But I rather think that might be a wheel of a toy, possibly a little lead car or something. But I know more than that. So again, if you have an idea, or if you think it's something different, then please do let me know in the comments below. Yeah, a Star of David phosphate seal. So part of a fertilizer bag seal. Star of David identifies it quite comfortably. They had various numbers on the back. That is actually 711. I think the numbers go up to about 800. So yeah, it was a phosphate fertilizer bag seal. So again, really like that. I like the lead bits, as I mentioned already. This one, the one that I thought might even be gold when it first came out, is definitely lead. Thought it was just a lead piece, possibly a seal. Then I noticed a little bit of metal coming out the bottom there. And luckily, one of the Facebook groups I'm a member of picked it out as being a counterweight for a doll's set of doll's eyes. So in a doll's head, this would have had a twisted piece of metal coming out the back, and up here somewhere would have been a set of rather spooky eyes. That obviously, when you tip the doll up and down, this counterweight helped the eyelids open and shut. So that's actually really interesting, and I had no idea. So that's the power and the benefit of Facebook and the groups that we all join. Last but by no means least, 3 or 4 other things just to point out. This one was that little gold piece that came out. Not sure if it was an end of a key or a furniture fixing. Very nice decoration, but not a lot to it. This I didn't film. Again, came out towards the end of the day. Got a little fixing on the back there, so I presume it was attached to something, possibly a posh button, but some nice colouring come through and some kind of enamelling. But again, no idea what that is, so any comments, let me know. This one really interesting, with a kind of Greek design inside. Again, might be a pin or a badge, but possibly also a furniture fixing or something. I don't come off the end of a chair, maybe. I don't know, but pretty, if I'm honest. And last but by no means least, I'm absolutely thrilled with this. I didn't even film it. I honestly thought it was just a piece of furniture fixing. Once I've cleaned it up and give it a wash, you can see the gold gilt coming through there. Absolutely fantastic. Military, I presume a cap badge or part of some sort of badge. After a little bit of work, not sure if you can read that. No, it's not focusing very well, but in the middle there, it says the King's Royal Rifles. and it's a Maltese cross with obviously a king's crown on the top and a Latin saying, or whatever it's called, a Cella et Audax across the bottom, which is obviously their motif. Absolutely lovely. It was a little bit bent. I've straightened it just a little bit just to get that kink out of it. But it's there's a stringed bugle in the middle. The King's Royal Rifles were active between 1756 and 1966. So not quite sure what that date's from. If you know, please leave me a comment. I'd love to know a bit more about it. But probably my Starfinder as a result of all that, and the one I thought was probably of least importance. So that's that. So that's my very first Notch to 11 video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. Looking to get onto the fields again in the next couple of weeks. My farmer on the way out, I did bump into him and showed him some of these. He did tell me he's going to cultivate a couple of the fields in the next week or so as the weather improves, which is great news because it's going to turn the soil and it's going to give me more things to go at. So I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Even if you didn't, constructive criticism is always gratefully received. Take care. See you on the next, and thanks for stopping by.